Ronaldo and Kaká, the Spanish giants showed why they're one of the planet's most popular clubs. Sporting royalty Real Madrid is here, up close and friendly against local hero Dwayne Dewer's FC. It's the biggest football event, the Reds versus the Whites, all here on Goal TV.
Toronto FC Soccer on Goal TV Canada, presented by Ole Ole. The wait is over. The Spanish powerhouse is in the building. Real Madrid, Toronto FC tonight on Goal TV. First kick is next.
All I have is a story about a man unlike others. Legend has it, one night something magical happened. A surge of electricity. Some strange alchemy. And a lone witness. They say his feet hiss like timber in a crackling fire. But he runs like sparks flying, like flint on stone. I thought it was a myth. I was wrong. Every team needs the spark. And so it begins.
Proud sponsor of Toronto FC and MLS since day one.
Toronto FC Soccer on Goal TV Canada is brought to you by Adidas. Impossible is nothing. By Subway Restaurants. Think fresh, eat fresh. By Ole Ole, where fans kick off. And by Rogers Home Phone. Simply better by comparison.
So the stadium is just about at full capacity. Everyone waiting to catch a glimpse of the Real Madrid players. That'll be seen right here on Goal TV. And Lee, we have to wonder what this experience is like for the fans as well, who normally watch these players on TV but rarely get a chance to see them live.
Oh, it is, like we said before, a once-in-a-lifetime experience to be able to see these stars in such a small, intimate atmosphere. 21,000 people here is a real treat, and even for the people across Canada to watch it at home on Goal TV. That this doesn't come along too often. The fans on the West Coast had a bit of a treat to see Barcelona at Home Depot Center and Quest Field in Seattle, and those really are the two teams that are going to be battling for the La Liga title this year. So to have them both over here in North America, but especially for here in the city of Toronto to have Real Madrid here, which really I would say is taken over as that top team in the world over Manchester United, who was years before with Cristiano Ronaldo on Manchester United. That it's just a fantastic atmosphere, and even us working on the game, you can't think this is something special to be a part of.
The players will be taking to the pitch fairly soon, and you mentioned it, not only is Real Madrid just a powerhouse in the Spanish league and arguably in the world, but you've got to wonder a lot of hype as well because of Cristiano Ronaldo coming to this team. Dollars aside, let's Let's just talk about him as a player and how he's developed.
He really has developed well from Sporting Lisbon to Manchester United. Alex Ferguson was pretty critical of him the first year or so about his diving and his theatrics. If you wanted to be a tough, complete, full football player, he had to stop that. And he really did earn the respect of the fans at Old Trafford. And you saw that in his next couple of years, scoring 40 whatever goals it was. 42 in 1 year is just a fantastic feat. So he will do the same for Real Madrid this year.
All right, well, time now to let the crowd take this one away to hear the natural sounds of the players taking to the pitch and, of course, the national anthem.
Fans, please stand and remove your hats for the playing of tonight's national anthems.
Por favor, a todos los aficionados les pedimos ponerse de pie para escuchar los himnos nacionales.
Please remain standing, hold your scarf up high, and join us in singing the Canadian national anthem.
Nations coming together in this matchup as well tonight before the national anthems. We were talking Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's continue our chat about him.
Well, we were just going on before about how he has really developed into one of those great players in the world. When he was at Manchester United, you remember that, he was breaking records that had stood for, 30 years almost, some of them. You got to go back to the late, great George Best in the 60s playing for Manchester United, that he was breaking those type of records that a lot of people thought would never be broken. He scored against every single club in the English Premier League over his period at Manchester United, and that in itself is a very difficult feat. So a world-class player, it's going to be a treat to watch him tonight.
The two gentlemen who will be calling this match, that's who we're going to hear from now, Luke Wellman and Jason DeVos.
We've talked a lot in the build-up to this game about Kaká, Ronaldo, Raul, the rest of the Real Madrid cast. What will Toronto FC have to do tonight to try and make this a contest?
Well, they're going to rely heavily on their better players. Dwayne De Rosario, Amado Guevara in particular, need to hold on to the ball. They need to keep Toronto in possession of the ball when they get the opportunity, because 90 minutes of defending wave after wave of Real Madrid attack will tire out that TFC backline, make it very, very difficult to keep this game close.
Taking you right in the huddle there, Dwayne De Rosario and Amado Guevara, listening to what is being said, the final words of instruction from the Toronto FC coaching staff. De Rosario has been in this sort of situations before. He's played many all-star games, many international friendlies, and you talk about him and Amado Guevara, but for the younger players as well, it's a very special day. De Rosario was talking about the fact that this is a chance for everybody on the team to showcase themselves, for Toronto to showcase itself as a club, and for the league as a whole to put itself on the map.
Well, it's a great opportunity for the young guys in particular. Stefan Frey, Manuel Gomez in the back. I'm really pleased to see that Chris Cummins has taken the step of throwing him into that lineup. He is going to benefit immensely from the experience of coming up against two strikers like Raul and Benzema up front.
Kickoff just a few moments away. We'll take you through tonight's Adidas starting lineups. Emmanuel Gomez comes back into the centre of Toronto FC's defence alongside Adrian Serio. Jim Brennan will captain the side from left back. Sam Cronin moves to the right side of midfield from his usual central midfield role. And Pablo Viti will probably play just behind Ali Gerber up front. As for Real Madrid, well, tonight BMO Field will witness Kaká and Cristiano Ronaldo playing on the same team for the very first time. Kaká making his debut following his big money move from AC Milan. Further attacking threat comes from another summer addition in the form of Karim Benzema and, of course, the veteran Raul. Where will the goals come from? It could be anywhere tonight, and if Toronto do create some chances, they'll have to find a way to beat Iker Casillas in the Real Madrid goal. Toronto FC will get things underway as Manuel Pellegrini, the coach of Real Madrid, who has a lot of new players in his side. He is new to Real Madrid as well. It will be his first season in charge of Los Galacticos. There is the man that so much has been written and spoken about, Cristiano Ronaldo. $144 million Real Madrid paid Manchester United for the services of the Portuguese player. And with Toronto FC defending the south end at BMO Field, the Lake Ontario end of the stadium. This one is underway here live on Goal TV Canada. Toronto FC against Real Madrid. And a first touch for Stefan Frey, who plays it to the left back, Jim Brennan. Amado Guevara for Dwayne De Rosario. Good skill from De Rosario with the turn, and he manages to find the ball to the Argentine Pablo Viti. Marvel winners in space on the far side. Ali Gerber made the run through the middle, and it goes to Iker Casillas in the Real Madrid goal. It'll also be interesting to see, Jason, just how this grass holds up. Put down on top of the turf. Raul is in the middle. Marvel Wynn needs to defend against Benzema and does so. Here's Sam Cronin, the rookie. Pick number 2 in the Super Draft, to a more experienced midfield player, Carl Robinson.
It will be interesting to see how the grass holds up. It's what the fans here have wanted since BMO Field was built. It's what the players want. It's the surface that they like to play on, but this is only a temporary surface put in for this game. It'll be interesting to see if it manages to stay together for the duration of 90 minutes.
Drenthe, the fullback, pushing the ball forward for Kaká to chase. Across goes the young Gambian Emmanuel Gomez. What a night for him to be able to go up against such stars early in his career. Guti in possession to Ronaldo. Guti closed down by Pablo Vitti. Comes back to Metzelder. The veteran Raul for Arbeloa. Albiol plays it and gets the ball back from Diarra in midfield. Here's Ronaldo. There's a buzz around every time he gets the ball so far in the opening couple of minutes. Push forward for Drenthe. Up against Marvel Wynn, and Wynn did well to get back and get the block in for Real Madrid's first corner of the night.
Lovely skill from Drenthe, the double step over. That's the thing that people will notice about the game today, is the pace that these players play at. Drenthe with the double step over there, shifting the ball to the left and whipping the cross in. Marvel Wynn did well to get the block. It's a corner to Real Madrid.
Metzelder and Albiol are both up from the back. It went in towards Metzelder from Guti's corner. Guti with another chance to put the ball back into the area. Wynn's leaping header away, and Diarra over the bar. Real Madrid with 31 La Liga titles, which is a record. The last time they won their league title was back in 2007-2008 when they won back-to-back. They were well behind Barcelona though last year, and that is something that they will be expected to change with all of the additions. Here's one of them, Kaká, out to Cristiano Ronaldo up against Marvel Wynn on the Real Madrid left. Guti, back to Cristiano Ronaldo, and Gomez with some neat skill himself to Gerber. Well, Gomez has made 4 appearances for Toronto, and one thing that is clear already is that for 18 years of age he has plenty of confidence, never seems to be phased.
We haven't seen much of Emmanuel Gomez, but what I have seen I've really liked. You'd never accuse him of panicking at the back. He seems to be very, very calm on the ball. An old head on young shoulders, they like to say, but certainly a big future for him in a Toronto FC jersey.
Benzema to Ronaldo and back for Guti. That ball will be intercepted by Pablo Vitti, but Kaká tries to wrestle and win it back. Diarra then hooks the ball back over halfway. Real Madrid all in white against the red of Toronto FC at BMO Field. Kaká up against Jim Brennan. Wide to Ronaldo, and Sam Cronin will be able to win the ball back for Toronto FC. Marvel Wynn with some space to bring it forward. The USA international feeds Sam Cronin. Nice skill from Cronin to get round Drenthe. Christophe Metzelder will clear away to Guti, the 32-year-old midfielder. Diarra goes backwards to Drenthe. Well, if Toronto FC are to get something out of the game, what are the keys to making sure that they don't get overrun tonight?
Well, the first thing they have to do is make sure they're not overawed by the occasion. The temptation when you play a star-studded team like Real Madrid is to sit there and stargaze. Toronto have to make sure that they don't do that. That's where the experienced players like Carl Robinson, Jim Brennan, Dwayne De Rosario, Adrian Serio come into play.
Ronaldo was chasing that through, but Stefan Frey was quickly off his line to get there. Robinson gives it away to Guti, and Emmanuel Gomez is there to make sure the ball doesn't make it through to Cristiano Ronaldo. Marvel Wynn has plenty of pace. He has support from Cronin wide right. Diarra made the challenge, and now this is Amado Guevara, the Honduran captain. Pablo Vitti is onside, and Casillas makes the first save. In the end, last-ditch defending means it's a Toronto FC corner.
Well, it's great build-up play from Toronto FC. The ball comes back into the middle, and from Amado Guevara, he finds Pablo Vidi, and Vidi should score this. And this is the one criticism we've had of Vidi all season long. He doesn't score enough goals.
Guevara's corner aimed towards Adrian Serio. Cleared by Raul, only as far as Gerber, and then hammered downfield by the former Chelsea and Arsenal midfielder Diarra. Marvel Wynn created that opportunity, and he sends it long this time for Amado Guevara. And it goes out for another corner, this time off Drenthe. In from Guevara. Toronto FC will now have to track back because Real Madrid will break on the counter-attack with Kaká. Guti has Raul ahead of him and Cristiano Ronaldo wide on the right. Rosario got the block in. It'll be crossed in by Arbeloa, and Marvel Wynn glancing the header away for Toronto FC. To Benzema. Benzema plays it back to Raul. This is Kaká. Is he fouled? He went down in the area. It looked as if he might have been fouled for a penalty, but not given by the referee, Paul Ward.
Well, it is a friendly, and I think Paul Ward may have just given Toronto the benefit of the doubt here. There is contact made, hence the smile on the face of Kaká. Mr. Ward deciding to let that one go.
Toronto FC got away with that one. And it stays goalless at BMO Field. Amado Guevara. He leaves to play a World Cup qualifier with Honduras next week against Costa Rica. Guevara's ball finds Jim Brennan round the back of the defender Arbeloa. Brennan pulls it back looking for Gerber. Gerber was the only Toronto FC player in the box though. And then Gerber wins the throw after hassling Arbeloa.
Another good ball from Amado Guevara in behind, and Jim Brennan gets on the end of it. I think Brennan should pull the trigger here. He tries to find Ali Gerber instead, and Real Madrid managed to clear the danger. But good attacking options from Toronto. It's great to see that they're not overawed by the occasion, and they're giving as good as they're getting right now.
Miscommunication there gives throw to Real Madrid.
Well, Toronto have to hope that Real Madrid have a bad day at the office. If it all goes according to plan and Real Madrid play to form, they'll win this game comfortably. No one would suggest that Toronto FC are on par with these players. But it happens all the time in football. Good teams come in a little bit overconfident. They are in preseason. Toronto are in mid-season right now, and if they play up to their potential, the best that they can play, anything is possible.
Gomez with a foul on Kaká, who signed for $131 million from AC Milan, played 193 matches between 2003 and 2009 for them. He scored 70 goals. Cristiano Ronaldo up against Marvel Wynn, going backwards to Guti, who miscontrolled, and it's crossed to Arbeloa. Rosario, the four-time MLS All-Star, diverts the ball away for a throw. Rosario nicking the ball off Kaká. Adrian Serio curling the ball downfield towards Ali Gerber, who can't get there ahead of Albiol, and it goes backwards to the keeper Casillas. Toronto FC could do with a bit of a pick-me-up after the exit from the Champions League in midweek at the stage with a draw in Puerto Rico, but it wasn't enough after losing to Puerto Rico Islanders here at BMO Field 1-0 in the first leg. The next home league game is on August 15th against DC United, and a decent performance against Real Madrid would give everybody a lift, Jason.
It certainly would, and in order for them to do that, they need to be strong defensively. They need to be disciplined. When they lose the ball, there's a good chance Real Madrid will keep possession of it for long stretches of the game. Toronto needs their shape. The back four needs to be solid. Sitting in front of them needs to protect that ball into the striker's feet. If they can do that, you never know, they might have a chance of pulling off a shot.
Plenty of celebrities in the crowd. Real Madrid, and of course Toronto watching on. Not the first time he's been to BMO Field. A bit of the soccer action during the Raptors off-season. But this game's certainly the talk of the town, and it has been for a few weeks, but certainly over the past 24 hours since Real Madrid's arrival. Neat play from Di Rosario, but he couldn't find a red shirt, and then Ali Gerber with the foul on Raul Albiol. Ronaldo lays it off to Kaká. Karim Benzema against Gomez, cleared by Kaká, comes back for Raul. Raul! The experienced forward scores the opening goal at BMO Field with a touch of class.
If you were looking to underline the reasons Real Madrid are one of the best teams in the world, is that they bury chances like that. Toronto, with it falls to Raul. 223 goals he's scored for Real Madrid. Cuts inside on that right foot and then sends it the other way on Stefan Fry. No chance in goal. Tremendous strike from him. 1-0 to Real Madrid.
And here comes the white wave with Kaká out wide to Cristiano Ronaldo. Marbel win, tried to thread it back through for the Brazilian Kaká, but Stefan Fry is there on this occasion. Raul playing 15 seasons since 1994 with Real Madrid. 6 La Liga titles, 3 Champions League titles, and he opens the scoring tonight in the 13th minute. Pablo Viti had an earlier chance for Toronto FC but couldn't convert. Karim Benzema will chase the ball forward.
And that is the difference, Luke, when you're talking about world-class players, is that when they get a half a chance, when they get that opportunity to put the ball in the back, 9 times out of 10 it happens. And if Toronto FC do have an Achilles heel, it's been that they haven't really converted the chances this season. The likes of Pablo Viti, Chad Barrett in particular, guilty of missing a number of chances for them to put away games and get them more points in Major League Soccer.
Carl Robinson spots the run of Pablo Viti, but Casillas is out there to claim the ball on the edge of the penalty area. Cristiano Ronaldo. He's got Emmanuel Gomez and Adrian Serio in front of him and decides to have a pop at goal. We're accustomed to seeing the spectacular from the boot of Ronaldo.
Well, when he gets on the turn like that and he runs at you at pace, it's every defender's nightmare. This is not the sight you want to see as a Toronto FC defender. Fortunately for Stefan Fry in goal, just sliced off the outside of Ronaldo's boot and over the bar.
We'll be close up on Ronaldo and Kaká throughout the night and look back on their performances in the first 45 minutes during the half-time interval here on Goal TV Canada, where we've played just over 15 minutes, and Raul's goal gives Real Madrid a 1-0 advantage over Toronto FC. You have to go back to 2002 for the last time that Real Madrid won the Champions League, when they beat Bayer Leverkusen at Hampden Park in Glasgow. Pellegrini will be expected to bring them instant success, and it's not always that easy when you pay the big money to bring the star players into the team. There's a lot that needs to happen for it to work as Casillas comes out and clears into touch.
It takes time for players to gel and develop an understanding. You'd like to think that when you're spending that kind of money that those players will form that understanding very quickly. The likes of Kaká, Ronaldo are going to be very, very important for the overall success of Real Madrid, not just this season, but over the coming years ahead.
Di Rosario looking for a red shirt in the penalty area, but there wasn't one there, and Casillas with the overarm ball out sets off Ronaldo. Raul, the goal scorer, back to Cristiano Ronaldo. The Portuguese international goes back to Drenthe. Kaká, who played so well at the Confederations Cup recently as Brazil won that tournament, beating the USA in the final. What a good game that was. Abalon, former Liverpool defender. Diarra. Guti brings it forward as Real Madrid play patient build-up. Now they give it away to Dwayne de Rosario. Amado Guevara for Toronto FC on halfway. Tried to thread it through for Pablo Viti. Ronaldo up against Marvel Win, goes back to Benzema, who's won 4 French league titles during his career so far. Guti over the top to Benzema, cleared by Emmanuel Gomez. Marvel Win sends the ball long downfield as Toronto FC clear their lines. Real Madrid's pre-season started back against Shamrock Rovers in July with a 1-0 win. Benzema scored on that night. Here he is again with a ball to Ronaldo! Cristiano Ronaldo doubles Real Madrid's advantage. The $144 million man is on target at BMO Field.
Well, you can't help but feel sorry for Stefan Frey in goal. One of the great things that Cristiano Ronaldo brings is he's very strong in the air, towering over Marvel Win. A little flicked header to Benzema, who reverses the ball back into Ronaldo's path. And that's a fantastic finish. A wonderfully crafted goal from Real Madrid. Just there, he gets up really well, towers over the top of Marvel Win, who can't recover. And Ronaldo with the easy side foot finish, 2-0 Real Madrid.
He started and finished the move. And Cristiano Ronaldo's 18th minute goal makes it 2-0 to Real Madrid against Toronto FC. It was always going to be a difficult task, but with a 2-0 advantage so early in the game, Toronto FC will hope that they don't have to look at damage limitation during this game. Kaká. Benzema and Ronaldo ahead, and it is with Cristiano Ronaldo back into the path of Kaká on his Real Madrid debut. Fancy footwork from the Brazilian, and Win will get the ball away to Sam Cronin. Guevara to Carl Robinson. It would do Toronto FC some good to keep the possession for a few moments, steady things down after a 2-goal Real Madrid outburst in the space of 5 minutes. Jim Brennan. Adrian Serio, played some of his career in England with Millwall. Marvel Win rolls the ball towards Ali Gerber. Cronin gives it back to Guevara. And the play breaks down for Toronto FC, and immediately Benzema will counter for Real Madrid. Kaká gets round the back of Adrian Serio, who in the end stands strong. Will Serio come away with the ball? He will. Well defended from Adrian Serio with Kaká breathing down his neck.
It's remarkable to watch how quickly Real Madrid hit Toronto on the counter-attack. Every time Toronto lose possession, Real Madrid are darting away. Ronaldo, Kaká, Benzema, Raul, all 4 of them really going in a wave of attack, trying to break down that back 4.
Certainly seen a lot of the ball in the opening 21 minutes. Guti forward for Benzema. Emmanuel Gomez sticks the long leg in there to win the ball back. Real Madrid could have had a penalty as well for the foul on Kaká before they took the lead.
You don't get penalties like that in friendlies, Luke.
with Iker Casillas. Raul, who scored the first goal for Real Madrid back on the 13th minute. This is Royston Drenthe, Dutch international. Sana Diarra. Kaká has Arbeloa's run wide on the right, but the flag is up for offside on Arbeloa. Make sure you stay tuned in the second half. Carlsberg part of the game. We will announce the Carlsberg and Goal TV Canada passport to the game winner during the second half of this game. So do stay tuned. Brennan with the rolled ball forward to Pablo Vitti. Challenge by Albiol is unfair according to the referee, so it will be a free kick for Toronto FC. Toronto FC actually 5 games now without a win in the league and CONCACAF Champions League competitions. Here's Raul. Now Kaká bursting over halfway. Guevara gets back, makes a good challenge, but the referee said it was unfair. Here's a free kick then for Real Madrid on the rim of the centre circle. And Real Madrid get things going quickly. Let's send it pitch side, Andy Petrillo.
Thank you, Luke. Well, this is called an international friendly, but it's hard to tell professional athletes not to be competitive. What are you expecting from your team tonight?
We just said to the lads, listen, it's a great occasion, you know, we don't want to be embarrassed by all means. And we just said to some of the lads that are coming in for the first time, go out there and prove to me you should be in the team come next Saturday. And you've seen, you know, we've had a decent start and we should be one up, and then you've just seen the quality they've got when they go forward. And listen, they've scored 2 decent goals, and we need to have a lot more movement and deal with their movement that they've got, you know. And
you mentioned the young guys. You've got Gomez out there. He had a good play in the beginning. Stefan Fry, obviously some good competition for him to face against. What do you like to see from the young guys?
Definitely, I've just said that, you know, you need to go out there and show you've got great athleticism. There's going to be lots of movement tonight, and we're aware of that. And you've seen at the moment, you know, there's not one centre forward coming off, there's 2. And it's important that we, you know, we communicate and we deal with that. And it's going to be a great learning curve for the young players, you know, and I think a few of the experienced players as well are learning, you know.
All right, well, thank you. Enjoy the moment.
Andy Petrillo down pitch side with the Toronto FC head coach Chris Cummins live on Goal TV Canada, where in the 25th minute Toronto FC are 2 down on Real Madrid. And Cristiano Ronaldo will try and get round the back of the US international Marvel win. He puts it behind for the corner for Real Madrid. We'll just see what happens from the corner, and then I'm delighted to say we'll be joined by the Commissioner of Major League Soccer, Don Garber, here at BMO Field. Guti sends the ball in, and Emmanuel Gomez is backtracking but can't get there. The ball sent in towards the back post. Metzelder's header looking for Raul! And he gets his second of the night. Real Madrid's third. So simple, such class. 25 minutes played, and Toronto FC are down by 3 goals to 0.
Well, it shows the importance of never falling asleep on set pieces. The first ball goes over the top, and Albiol with the presence of mind to play it back across. Stefan Fry can't get there. Metzelder spots Raul on the other side of the park. Header back across the face of goal, and Raul with the easiest of tasks, knocking in the third for Real Madrid.
Well, joining us now on the broadcast is the Commissioner of Major League Soccer, Don Garber. Thank you for coming to spend some time with us.
Oh, it's good to be here, gentlemen.
Real Madrid, Barcelona in Seattle earlier this week. These are good days for Major League Soccer, aren't they?
Oh, they are. These are great events for our league and great events for the sport in North America. And boy, this is quite a schooling, huh, fellas?
It is so far. Cristiano Ronaldo on halfway finds the ball out to Drenthe. Support from Benzema to his left, and Raul, who's already got 2 goals, just jogging up into the middle. Toronto FC, plenty of red shirts back as Benzema sends it in, and Robinson will get it away, but only as far as Kaká, making his debut tonight. On the overlap, Arbeloa, and behind it goes for a corner for Real Madrid, put behind by Dwayne Di Rosario.
Now, Richard, this is the level, obviously, that everyone in Major League Soccer aspires to, and here in Canada, we've been following the Major League Soccer expansion plans very closely. Joey Saputo, Montreal Impact president, has been very positive about the discussions you've held recently. Is it fair to say that they're going to be the 19th team in Major League Soccer, and is it possible that they could join as early as 2011?
Well, you know, there are a lot of things going on with the league as it relates to future expansion, and by no means would anybody other than Vancouver or Portland come in 2011. But we've had positive conversations with Joey, and I'd like to see Montreal do what they need to do to get their stadium situation resolved, and at the right time we'll sit down and have more serious discussions with them. But boy, it would be good to see a team in 3 teams in Canada, that's for sure.
Well, it's certainly something that the fans north of the border are looking forward to. And the success of Toronto on and off the field has certainly given a number of groups in Canada the desire to join the league as well. So at the moment, you'd say that Vancouver and Portland, the 2 teams coming in 2011, have you excluded the possibility of adding a 3rd team in 2011?
Yes,
so it would be beyond that time frame.
Again, I think everybody knows that probably the worst thing that any league can do is expand irresponsibly. And right now, those guys in Vancouver and Portland have their plans set. We could manage that with how we deal with our player pool. So I don't see anything else happening.
How healthy is the league right now? Because obviously these are difficult economic times, and we hear all the time about how the economic downturn is affecting different sporting leagues around the world. What would you say about MLS and its state of the world?
Well, you know, we're no different than any other business. The economy's had an effect on us like it has on others, but you know, the league is strong. We've got a solid foundation, great ownership, and a viable commercial business, the group that puts on all these international games, and ownership that's very committed.
Now, you said that on many occasions that one of the challenges you face as a league is scheduling. Obviously, is an issue for you. The FIFA calendar is an issue to try and deal with that with the stadium situation that you have, and also expansion is a big topic for you. You've said recently that 20 teams is probably the maximum you can see Major League Soccer accommodating. Is that something that is written in stone, or is there a possibility of a promotion and relegation in Major League Soccer? Is that a topic of discussion at all?
Well, you know, it really isn't. You know, the sport here in North America is so immature compared to the other leagues that have been around for so long. So we don't have a minor league that we could promote and relegate to and from. So I don't see that happening. You know, listen, the whole issue with the international calendar. Let's see what Mr. McCall is going to do here. To take away from the broadcast here, fellas.
Well, Kaká and Ronaldo have been linking up for fun so far in the opening half an hour, and there's just a gasp around the stadium whenever either of them get on the ball.
Right, you know, they're just such great players. I mean, the team is such a terrific team, and play well together so well. You can see what goes on the field. But the international calendar situation with us is, boy, I just don't understand why there's such constant discussion about it.
Into Raul, and Jim Brennan will be able to.
You know, Toronto, you could imagine what it would be like here in February for games. It's just illogical.
Well, I don't think anyone would suggest that we play in the winter time. I don't think it's possible, but have you considered the possibility of going along the lines of some of the European leagues where if 3 or more players are called up for international duty, that the team has the option to reschedule that game? Is that a feasible option for Major League Soccer?
Well, you know, we clearly need to, as more and more things develop with players in our pool and how many can pick for national teams. You know, we have been lightening our schedule during international call-up days, and I think we probably have to spend more time thinking about that so that fans are their loyalties aren't tested when those national team games are taking place. Those are the kinds of things that I could see us in time doing, as opposed to, as perhaps you've been reading about, having a season that is totally aligned with the international calendar. physically possible in our lifetime, quite frankly.
Marvel Wynn is bringing the ball forward for Toronto FC and cuts into the box, playing it back towards Pablo Vitti. Real Madrid will get it away. We will let you go and enjoy the rest of the game and your visit to Toronto. Thanks for popping by the booth.
Thanks, great to be here, guys. Enjoy the game.
Don Garber, the Commissioner of Major League Soccer. Di Rosario curling the ball in. It pops back out towards Jimmy Brennan, and that will roll behind for a Toronto FC corner as they look to find a foothold and a way to get back into this game. So across comes Amado Guevara to send in a right foot in-swinger for Toronto, who trail a couple of goals from Raul and one from Ronaldo. Short to Jim Brennan, who's crossed to the back post, will look for the Gambian Gomez. Manuel Gomez manages to keep the ball in play. Di Rosario now, the four-time All-Star inside the area, will lose out to Benzema, and Real Madrid will break once again. Robinson wins it back. Gerber was coming back from an offside position. Steve Nash in attendance tonight. We saw Chris Bosch a little earlier on, the Toronto Raptor. Well, more NBA talent, and also, of course, heavily involved as a part owner of the Vancouver Whitecaps, who will be part of Major League Soccer in 2011. And what a great place Vancouver is for a Major League Soccer team.
And a very handy soccer player himself, Steve Nash. Certainly last year when the All-Star game was played here in Toronto, he took part in a media game beforehand and was the best player on the field, bar none. So not a bad player himself.
So I take it you weren't playing then?
I wasn't, I was injured.
Raul sends it wide to Drenta on the Real Madrid left. We expect quite a few changes at half-time or soon after for Real Madrid. Here comes Gomez. Made his debut in the last couple of weeks, played for the first time for Toronto FC in the friendly against River Plate a couple of weeks ago, when Toronto FC lost in a penalty shootout. Pablo Vitti tries to create something from that right touchline. Sam Cronin, who's impressed ever so much in his rookie year in MLS, to Pablo Vitti. Former Dallas player Adrian Serio in the midfield to Carl Robinson, and now Vitti once again. Wynn is in space on the right, but Benzema blocks the way of Pablo Vitti. Real Madrid leave Toronto tomorrow to head to Washington, where they play DC United on Sunday. 3 o'clock kickoff at FedEx Field. Real Madrid really haven't stopped since they arrived in Toronto yesterday lunchtime. Lots of functions, meeting fans, meeting partners. It has been a whistle-stop 24 hours for them in the city.
Well, it's part of the globalization of the game now. Overseas television rights are worth so much money to teams like Real Madrid.
Brennan forward to Pablo Vitti. Robinson out wide for Sam Cronin, product of Wake Forest. Returns, but is under pressure from Diarra, and lost the ball there. 9 minutes to go until half-time. Ronaldo has got one of the 3 Real Madrid goals. Karim Benzema. Benzema rolls it to Kaká. Kaká! He couldn't quite keep it down, but it wasn't far off, creeping in the top corner.
Again, you see how quickly Real Madrid hit Toronto on the counter-attack. Kaká just holds his run there on the edge of the box, checks back, opens himself up, tries to find that top corner, just wraps his boot around it. And again, Stefan Frei breathing a sigh of relief in goal as that one sailed past the post.
Well, this time last year, Stefan Frei was playing in college. Then he gets picked 13th in the draft, becomes Mo Johnston's #1 pick as the keeper for Toronto FC in his first season in Major League Soccer. Now finds himself up against Real Madrid. It's been quite a few months for Stefan Frei.
Well, it's fantastic for him, and I've said many times I've been very impressed by Stefan Frei this season. Very mature for his age, very calm under pressure, not afraid to bark commands at his back four, and as a former defender, I know that's exactly what you want behind you. You want that calmness, that assurance, knowing that if a ball comes into the box that your keeper's going to be there, that reliable presence, and you have to say for a rookie, he's been very reliable this season.
Benzema. Ronaldo just keeps the ball in play. Win, Gomez and Cronin all there trying to win the ball back for Toronto. Guti spots Arbeloa wide on the right. Cleared by Jim Brennan. Toronto have a little bit of space to be able to bring the ball away. Dwayne De Rosario feeds Pablo Viti. Rolling the ball back to Frei. I think we'll probably see Serio leave the game at half-time and Nick Garcia come in, the former San Jose and Kansas City Wizards defender. That was certainly Chris Cummins' plan before the game. Amado Guevara may come off as well at some stage because he hasn't been fully fit in the last couple of weeks. He had that rib injury, of course, that kept him out of a couple of games, and he will go away with Honduras to play in the World Cup qualifier against Costa Rica next week. Jim Brennan. De Rosario to his left. De Rosario just managing to keep the ball in play at the byline and then win the throw for Toronto FC. Serio with a foot to the ball ahead of Raul. Real Madrid finished second last season in La Liga, 9 points behind Barcelona. It is a big gap to make up. Barcelona showing in the Champions League last year that they were streets ahead of everybody. You'll be able to follow La Liga all season long on Goal TV Canada. Barcelona is showing that they mean business with their pre-season. Easily got past Seattle Sounders FC in midweek. Tonight's game also being broadcast in high definition. Take a look at your screen to see where you can watch the game in HD. As if Real Madrid doesn't look sparkling enough. You can see them in high definition.
Well, they've certainly put on a show here in the first 40 minutes or so. See why they're regarded as one of the best teams in the world. Cristiano Ronaldo again breaking very quickly.
Ronaldo feeding Benzema, who's up against Marvel Wynn. The car in support. Renta a little further back. And well defended by Toronto FC to get the ball away to Pablo Viti, who is fouled by Guti. If you are just joining us tonight, a natural grass surface laid down at BMO Field for this one, replacing the turf.
Well, despite it being a friendly today, these players all want to win. And Guti said, there's no way Pablo Viti's getting around me.
Pablo Viti had a very early chance for Toronto FC when the scoreline was still goalless.
And something like that, had Viti scored that opportunity, it could certainly change the perspective of the game. Toronto getting an early lead, all of a sudden Real Madrid are on the back foot.
Kaká rolls the ball through for Benzema. Benzema goes for goal. Benzema, $53 million.
Quite cheap, really, if you think about it. Their other expenditures have been this
Only a third of Ronaldo.
He's going to be a big player though, Benzema, for me. 21 years old, big, strong, great left foot, quick as well. He's someone that I expect to really come to the fore in the years ahead with Real Madrid, playing alongside the likes of Kaká and Ronaldo and Raúl, especially up front. You're only going to get better.
And what a strike rate, Jason. 43 goals in 112 games.
It's fantastic. You look at the attacking options that Pellegrini has now for Real Madrid. You have to consider them to be one of the favorites, certainly for the Champions League, UEFA Champions League, and they will push Barcelona all the way, as they did this year, for La Liga title.
We mentioned earlier they go to face DC at FedEx Field. They then play Real Sociedad and Borussia Dortmund before opening their new season later this month at the end of August against Deportivo La Coruña at home. Guti over the top, finds Kaká. He just couldn't quite bring the ball down.
Started the move, Kaká played the ball in, kept going. Just that build-up play, the understanding, up, back, and through. Just a little bit too far in advance of Kaká. But again, great technique from Madrid.
Guevara manages to get to the ball through from Pablo Viti, and then is fouled by Arbeloa. Will get a free kick in a dangerous position. Guevara swung one into the back of the net against New England Revolution from this sort of distance at BMO Field earlier this season. He probably won't beat Casillas though from this kind of range. Gomez and Serio both up from the back awaiting the delivery from Amado Guevara. Guevara does go for goal. Would have been a great story to tell the grandchildren one day about beating Casillas from 30 yards out wide on a free kick.
Well, he's capable of doing it, but it would take something special to beat a keeper of Casillas' stature. But what's remarkable about that set piece is how high Real Madrid kept their line. They were standing on the edge of the 18-yard box, didn't move, and they really gave Amado Guevara no option but to try and have a strike on goal there.
Kaká. 2007 World Player of the Year. Little back heel to Arbeloa. The return ball to Kaká. Now Raúl. Need to be fouled by Carl Robertson, and referee Paul Ward gives the free kick. Could be Ronaldo, it could be Guti, it could be Raúl.
Bursting in, getting Adrian Serio exposed one-on-one. Little 1-2 with Arbeloa, gets it back. In the end, Robinson with a foul on Raúl. And take your pick, Luke.
Will it be Guti or Ronaldo in front of the south end at BMO Field? Guti goes for goal! Approach the end of the first half, Real Madrid holding on to a 3-0 lead.
Well, Guti gets it over the wall but doesn't manage to get it down. There's generally a pecking order on set pieces. When you join a new club, you have to bide your time a little bit. Cristiano Ronaldo clearly is going to have to wait a little bit longer until he gets the opportunity to be the #1 set piece taker.
Gomez against Benzema. We talked earlier on about the confidence Gomez has for an 18-year-old, and he managed to deal with that ball forward then. Gerber turning. 1 minute of time to be added on at the end of this first half. Down by the shores of Lake Ontario at BMO Field. Raúl looking for the run of Kaká. Marvel Wynn is back. He clears it into touch for a throw for Real Madrid. Following the give and go. away to Guti. Serio's clearance only goes to Diarra, who was bought from Portsmouth of the English Premier League. But that's half-time. 2 goals from Raul and 1 from Cristiano Ronaldo gave Real Madrid a 3-0 advantage after 26 minutes, and that's the way it is at the break.
A great performance from Real Madrid in the first half. It is a pre-season friendly for them. This is just about match fitness. But you have to say, Kaká, Ronaldo, both been sensational so far. Raul with 2 goals, Ronaldo with 1. They certainly deserve their 3-0 lead so far. More to come in the second half.
Well, we'll head down pitch side in just a moment for some immediate reaction following the first half from the Toronto FC camp. They find themselves trailing 3-0. We'll hear what Adrian Serio thinks about it with Andy.
Luke, thank you very much. Adrian, take us onto the pitch in that first half. What was it like?
You saw. It's just one of those things, you know. You try to stick with certain guys, but you can see the level of play is a little bit above us. You know, we're going out there. We're trying to have fun. You know, he's out there dancing on the outside, but hey, it's all in good times, and we're gonna try to do our best in the second half.
What are the challenges being on that back line and having to defend against some of the players who are arguably the best strikers in the world?
It's like watching doubles of everybody. You know, the movement is great. You know, switching play, you know, one guy will start off in a position, but he doesn't exactly end off in that position. So it's one of those things we have to be aware where guys are running and just be able to switch off as quickly as possible and adapt to it.
Well, we'll let you catch your breath. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
Adrian Serio of Toronto FC hosting Real Madrid. They're trailing 3-0 after the first half. We've got halftime highlights coming up after this, so stay with us. You're watching Goal TV.
On DVD August 11th. Will you marry me? Yes! Before Peter says I do, he's getting one more chance to be a dude.
What do you do for 7 hours?
We'll just do dude stuff, you know?
I Love You Man on DVD and Blu-ray August 11th.
What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. Yeah, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends, with a little help from my friends.
Real value from your friends at Hampton by Hilton.
Before Noel Coward. After Noel Coward. Noel Coward changes people. Visit the Shaw Festival and see tonight at 8:30 Noel Coward's glittering collection of 10 one-act plays.
Ciao, sono Maurizio Gherardini of the Toronto Raptors. You can discover one Veneto region, explore the beauty of Venice, the history of Verona, encounter the Berici Hills in Vicenza, quaint villas in Treviso, and inspiring mountains in Belluno, Padua, and the heart and soul. Visit italtrade.com to learn more about the magnificent wines and rich flavored foods of Regione Veneto.
Tournament poker is about patience, stamina, and mental focus. Until eventually, your head's up. And there's just one more opponent left to beat. Are you ready for tournament poker at the world's largest poker site, PokerStars.net?
Toronto FC Soccer on Goal TV Canada is brought to you by Adidas. Impossible is nothing. By Subway Restaurants. Think fresh, eat fresh. And by Ole Ole, where fans kick off.
We can expect to see a lot of changes in the second half. You have to wonder if Danny Dickio will go in and start for Toronto FC, and you got to think there'll be goaltending changes as well. Everyone wants to see everyone play out on the pitch after the first half. It is 3-0 Real Madrid over Toronto FC, and heard from Adrian Siri when I asked how that one went. He said, well, you saw it, so it's got to be tough for him out there. What were your thoughts after that first half?
Oh, certainly. A great start for Toronto FC, but you cannot give Real Madrid any space whatsoever. When they practiced yesterday, they practiced in between the 18-yard box, one-touch football. Fantastic. 2 goals by Raul. He's already the all-time leading goal scorer from Real Madrid, and one from the new guy, Cristiano Ronaldo, so perfect for Real Madrid after 45.
Well, we've had our eyes on Ronaldo and Kaká breaking down their play. It's Luke and Jason, gentlemen.
Well, Cristiano Ronaldo and Kaká both seeing a lot of the ball in the first half. It was Ronaldo getting on the score sheet in the 19th minute, what was the second goal of the night for Real Madrid. They went on to get a third. Jason took us through Cristiano Ronaldo's first half performance.
Well, it's all about pace and movement. Cristiano Ronaldo is equally as quick with the ball as most players are without the ball. He drifts in and out of position on that left-hand side. He cuts into the middle of the park. Him and Benzema and Kaká and Raul, all 4 of them are like the red arrows. They're all over the place right now. Very difficult, as Adrian Serio said, to know which one to pick up. He's only got 1 goal to his credit, but fantastic movement. Great little flick header. Benzema with the reverse pass and a good side footer from Ronaldo. He is certainly proving that he's one of the best players in the world right now.
That was the goal. Looks all too easy when Ronaldo and Kaká are in possession. It is just effortless for them, isn't it, the way they play? And Kaká went close on a couple of occasions. He's yet to, though, get on the score sheet on his debut.
Well, he just seems to glide around the field and he pops up in different areas. I think that's the one thing, if you could tell people the difference between these players and players in Major League Soccer, is the pace they play the game at. Everything is done at such an intense pace, very quick, very sharp, and it's also the quickness of thought, that movement, the interplay between the 4 front men, supported by Guti and Diarra in midfield. And Kaká hasn't yet got on the score sheet, but if he plays the second half, you wouldn't bet against it because he has fantastic technique. He had this little half chance on the edge of the box. He opened himself up and didn't quite get it into that top corner, but he certainly came close to hitting the target.
Kaká and Ronaldo will certainly be a force to be reckoned with in La Liga in the coming season. Here are the match stats at the half then. Real Madrid with that 3-0 lead on Toronto FC. They have outshot Toronto 9 shots to 5 on goal. 3 shots each on goal, but 9 shots to 5 in favour of Real Madrid. And look at that possession. 67% possession for Real Madrid. Join us for the second half on Goal TV Canada.
Hi, it's Vince with Sham Wow. You'll be saying wow every time you use this towel. It's like a chamois, it's like a towel, it's like a sponge. A regular towel doesn't work wet. This works wet or dry. This is for the house, the car, the boat, the RV. Sham Wow holds 12 times its weight in liquid. Look at this. It just does the work. Why do you want to work twice as hard? Doesn't drip. Doesn't make a mess. Wring it out. You wash it in the washing machine. Made in Germany. You know the Germans always make good stuff. You can cut it in half. Use one as a bath mat. Drain your dishes with the other one. Use one as a towel. Olympic divers, they use it as a towel. Look at that, completely dry. Put a wet sweater, roll it up. It dries your sweaters. Here's some cola. Wine, coffee, cola, pet stains. Not only is the damage going to be on top, there's your mildew. That is going to smell. See that? The most observed. We're going to do this in real time. Look at this. Put on the spill, turn it over without even putting any pressure. 50% of the cola right there. You follow me, camera guy? The other 50%, the color starts to come up. No other towel's gonna do that. It acts like a vacuum. And look at this, virtually dry on the bottom. See what I'm telling you? Sham wow, you'll be saying wow every time.
I can't live without it. I just love it. Oh my gosh, I don't even buy paper towels anymore.
If you're gonna wash your cars or any kind of vehicle, you'd be out of your mind not to own one of these.
All I can say is sham wow.
You're gonna spend $20 every month on paper towels anyway. You're throwing your money away. The mini Sham Wows are for everything, for everyday use. This lasts 10 years. This lasts a week. I don't know, it sells itself. The Sham Wow sells for $19.95, but you get one for the house, one for the car, 2 for the kitchen and bathroom. But if you call now, Within the next 20 minutes, because we can't do this all day, we'll give you a second set absolutely free.
Just pay for processing.
So that's 8 ShamWows for $19.95. Comes with a 10-year warranty. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-442-0634. That's 1-800-442-0634. This offer is not available in stores. Beware of ShamWow imitators. Call 1-800-442-0634. That's 1-800-442-0634. Call now.
Sponsor of Toronto FC and MLS since day one.
Half-time here at BMO Field on Goal TV Canada, and Real Madrid are leading Toronto FC by 3-0 after a first-half performance full of skill, full of great play from the likes of Kaká and Ronaldo, who we have spoken about. Here are the Subway half-time highlights.
Well, Raul got it off to start. Adrian Serio with a poor clearance. Raul gets the ball on his left foot. He cuts back onto his right foot. Defenders flailing in front of him. He has the presence of mind to pick out the top of the net. Stefan Frei helpless in goal. Lassana Diarra with the cross-field ball to Cristiano Ronaldo. He heads it down to Benzema, who returns the favor into the path of Ronaldo. There's the little header. Good presence from Benzema. He sees Ronaldo's run over his shoulder, plays it back into him, and a little side footer. And the third goal, the cross from Albiol to Metzelder on the back post. He has the awareness to spot Raul on the far post, who has the simplest task of heading in. 2 goals for Raul, 3 for Real Madrid, 3-0 at the halftime right now.
And that's the way it is at half-time. We wait and see if Real Madrid make any substitutions at the break. Join us for the second half, coming up next on Goal TV.
On DVD August 11th, before Peter says I do, he's getting one more chance
Do you have any wet naps?
to be a dude.
What's going on? He's fighting Lou Ferrigno. He's so strong.
I Love You Man on DVD and Blu-ray August 11th.
What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. Yeah, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends, with a little help from my friends.
Real value from your friends at Hampton by Hilton.
Before Noel Coward. After Noel Coward. Noel Coward changes people. Visit the Shaw Festival and see tonight at 8:30 Noel Coward's glittering collection of 10 one-act plays.
The players are back out on the pitch, and it seems Real Madrid is giving the fans what they want. Ronaldo appears to be starting the second half, and you've got to wonder, though, yes, it's an international friendly. Yes, Toronto FC wants to have fun, but what adjustments do they need to make in the second half to perhaps get one on the score sheet?
It's going to be pretty difficult to get one on the score sheet for Toronto FC. This team is so tight, they're going to have to spread it out wide and try to get those defenders to move apart a bit to get something up the channels. They might have a little bit of an opportunity as Casillas no longer in goal for Real Madrid. They've gone to their backup and former Liverpool keeper Jerzy Dudek in goal for Real Madrid.
All right, for the second half to begin, let's go back upstairs to Luke Wallman and Jason DeVos.
Thanks, guys. A number of changes being made from both sides at half-time, including Nick Garcia coming in at the back in place of Adrian Serio for Toronto FC, as we expected. At the other end, Jerzy Dudek has come into the goal with Iker Casillas night over. And Brian Edwards has replaced Stefan Frei. Pepe also into the action for Real Madrid. He will go in the centre of defence alongside Christoph Metzelder. And there will be a number of changes throughout the night as this game gets back underway for the start of the second half, with Real Madrid having a 3-0 lead over Toronto FC. But I'm sure the crowd will be pleased to see Cristiano Ronaldo still on the pitch. Jerzy Dudek, a Champions League winner with Liverpool. Chad Barrett will play wide on the right side of midfield for Toronto. Amadou Sanyang has come on for Toronto FC as well. The young Gambian midfielder, Amado Guevara, has made way.
Dwayne De Rosario will shift into more of an attacking role through the middle with Ali Gerba. Sanyang and Sam Cronin will be the two holding midfielders. Maybe a glimpse of the future midfield of Toronto FC, two young up-and-coming players. Well, very, very promising so far this season. Sanyang in particular just coming into the team, making his debut against New England.
De Rosario, who will play the role Pablo Viti had in the first half, just behind Ali Gerba. Barrett rolls the ball in towards De Rosario, and the first touch of the night for Jerzy Dudek. Here is Pepe in his third season with Real Madrid, played 45 matches since 2007.
Chad Barrett linking up well with Dwayne De Rosario, takes a touch, trying to cross the ball there for Ali Gerba in the middle of the park, takes a deflection. Jerzy Dudek in goal, gets his first taste of action tonight.
De Rosario has Viti and Gerba making runs ahead of him. De Rosario might fancy a goal himself here. Rolls it to Pablo Viti.
Sustituciones del Real Madrid entran los jugadores. Número 2, Miguel Torres. Número 3, Pep. 23, Granero. Y 25,
now Garcia, one of the many half-time substitutes. Torres on at right full-back for Real Madrid. And here is Guti. Cristiano Ronaldo tried to get there, but Marvel Wynn intercepted. Knocks it straight against Drenthe. And out of play for a throw for Toronto, who have Edwards in goal, a back four of Wynn, Garcia, Gomez and Brennan, a midfield of Barrett, Sanyang, Cronin and Viti, and then De Rosario just up alongside Ali Gerba. De Rosario feeds it out wide to Chad Barrett, whose crosses ball straight behind. To Cristiano Ronaldo. Marvel Wynn will certainly know he's been in a game when this is over, but he defends very well. Amadou Sanyang, who made his first appearance for Toronto FC at the weekend. Played out to Marvel Wynn. And Garcia goes back to Brian Edwards.
There aren't many fullbacks in the world that could match Cristiano Ronaldo for pace. I think Marvel Wynn's probably one of them. Very, very quick. Probably the quickest player in Major League Soccer. Defended very well against the world's most expensive player on that occasion.
Well, the Real Madrid midfield in the second half does not include Kaká. He was replaced at the break by Granero. See Xabi Alonso in the second half as well. He only signed for Liverpool a couple of days ago. He's yet to come into the game. It's a foul on Sam Cronin by Diarra. Carlsberg, part of the game. Here is the winning details. Megan Colley of Markham, Ontario, the Carlsberg Goal TV Canada passport to the game winner. Megan, you will be getting Toronto FC season seats for 2010. He'll be able to experience the twists and turns of Major League Soccer next season. Congratulations, Megan Colley, Markham, Ontario. Carlsberg and Gold TV Canada passport to the game winner. Edwards rushing out to clear downfield. Metzelder brings it forward. This is Torres, one of the half-time substitutes. Raul. Out to Granero, into the front post, and the header wide from Raul.
He's very quick, but on this occasion, Marvell Wynn was quicker. It's not often you see Cristiano Ronaldo pull up because he's second best.
Brian Edwards getting a rare opportunity. He played in the friendly against River Plate a couple of weeks ago. And sees a second half of action in place of Stefan Fry in the Toronto FC goal tonight.
Tried to chip that over Chad Barrett, banked it off his forehead and straight back into his hands.
He did experience criticism from some Liverpool fans during his time at Anfield. He'll be forever remembered, Jerzy Dudek, for that performance in the Champions League final. He was really the hero with some great saves in Istanbul against AC Milan back in 2005. He did get a bit of grief.
Well, he did. He's a little bit unconventional, a little bit flamboyant, but most keepers are. You have to say, you can't argue when you have a Champions League winner's medal around your neck. It's difficult to argue with that. He was phenomenal in that game against AC Milan.
Jim Brennan likes to get forward down the left, scored a goal against Kansas City Wizards earlier this season. Finds his way blocked to goal by Torres. Rosario over the top, and Brennan is onside. Gerber in the middle, it's squared towards Ali Gerber. It didn't reach him. Thought Brennan might have had a crack at goal himself from that position. Played out by Granero. Granero to Benzema. Benzema! Well wide in the end of Brian Edwards' goal.
Just another look at Jerzy Dudek trying to flick it over the head of Chad Barrett. Doesn't happen for him. And Dwayne Di Rosario, a great ball into Jim Brennan. He tries to drive this across the face of goal for Ali Gerba. Doesn't get a good contact on it there. But it was a good opportunity for Toronto to get one back against Real Madrid here.
Did it just bubble up on the grass as he was about to say?
You know what, I was gonna make a comment about the grass. I think the grass has actually played very well. We were down on the field earlier on before the game. A little bit concerned about the fact that there's no root there. The grass is literally just sitting on top of a membrane. But it has held up fairly well considering it's only a temporary surface. I thought there may be instances where the grass would come away or would roll up. That hasn't really appeared to happen today. It hasn't really been a factor.
Pablo Vitti lays the ball across to Sam Cronin. Now Di Rosario. Marvell Wynn in space. Barrett further down the right flank and now finds the run of Marvell Wynn. Put behind in the end by Metzelder, the central defender. German international who played in Euro 2008. Out for a Toronto FC corner.
We rave about the movement of Real Madrid. And rightly so, but good movement there from Toronto to create that crossing opportunity for Marvell Wynn.
With Guevara having left the game at half-time, Cronin takes the corner. Garcia strong in the challenge with Esteban Granero. Di Rosario will chase, but the flag is up, it is offside. And a free kick for Real Madrid, who lead by 3-0. 2 for Raul and 1 for Cristiano Ronaldo. all in the first 27 minutes of play here at BMO Field. Last night the stadium was packed as well, over 18,000 people turning up just to see Real Madrid go through an open practice. Raul with a ball forward for Drenthe. The Dutch full back to chase, sending it into the back post. Guti. Ronaldo. Granaro's cross into the middle, met by the swinging left boot of Jim Brennan. Chad Barrett will bring it forward from deep. Out, and then Gomez with a strong challenge on Guti, but Real Madrid still come away with the ball. Here is Raul racing to keep the ball in play. Diarra turns against Dwayne Di Rosario, comfortable on the ball, floats it wide to the right for the fullback Torres. And now Karim Benzema tried to give it back to Torres down the Real Madrid right, but Viti will bring the ball clear. Di Rosario spots Chad Barrett. Can Barrett get past Drenthe? Drenthe strong in the challenge, was then pulled down by Chad Barrett. Free kick awarded by Paul Ward, the referee, to Real Madrid.
Frustration from Chad Barrett, getting muscled out by Royston Drenthe. It's not something that Chad Barrett wants to do on a frequent occasion. Sent off against New England in Major League Soccer play for something very similar, a little bit of frustration creeping into his game.
Raul in towards Benzema. In the end, Brennan managed to do enough to make sure Benzema couldn't get a clear shot on goal. Di Rosario now plays it towards Pablo Viti, and Torres, the fullback, is out of position, having raced forward in the last attack. No way past Pepe for Pablo Viti. Raul. Now Ronaldo. How often over the years we've seen him cut in from the wing and deliver a ball into the top corner. The fancy footwork on show against Marvel Wynn and Nick Garcia. We'll be seeing stars at the end of this game. Benzema gets it off to Guti. Cut out by Garcia. Barrett is up against Drenthe, right in front of the Real Madrid bench. Amadou Sanyang turned 18 on Saturday. Sam Cronin looks for the run of Chad Barrett down the right. That'll just skip away off the pitch and out of play for a throw to Real Madrid. We talked in the first half about them being a long way behind Barcelona last season, 9 points in La Liga. They also had a humiliating 5-0 loss to Liverpool in the Champions League.
They did, but you have to give Real Madrid credit for fighting back last season. By Christmas, it looked like the La Liga title was decided. Barcelona were well clear. They had a double-digit lead in the race for the championship, but Real Madrid kept plugging away, kept fighting, and managed to claw that back down to within 1 point at one stage, I believe it was, until Barcelona put their foot on the pedal again and walked away with it. But as you said earlier, Luke, the massive expenditure they've made on players is being done in a bid to win that title back again from their rivals.
Nearly $400 million spent on players this summer for Real Madrid. Benzema is one of them. Torres is inside the box now. And Guti finds space just outside the area. Raul on the hat-trick. Tried to get the shot away in the challenge there with Cronin.
Well, Cristiano Ronaldo can be mesmerizing at times. Many fullbacks have had nightmares playing against him. But give Marvell Wynn credit. He is stuck to his task against Ronaldo today. Probably one of the few fullbacks in the world that Ronaldo can't get the better of pace-wise.
Well, it looks as though we're going to see the Real Madrid debut of Xabi Alonso very shortly, along with Arjen Robben. Negredo coming on as well. And as if the footwork wasn't enough from Ronaldo, then the little back heel just to get the ball away.
Yeah, he's a polarizing character, Cristiano Ronaldo. If he's playing for your team, you love him. If he's playing against you, he's the type of player that every single fan hates.
Barrett got a long distance back to make the challenge on Drenthe.
And as you said earlier, Luke, as well, he had a bad reputation early on in his career at Man United for diving. That's something that Alex Ferguson was keen to eliminate from his game. He managed to do that, and he's gone on from strength to strength since then. But he is capable of the extravagant and the flamboyant from time to time.
You understand Cristiano Ronaldo will be coming out of the game as Barrett swings the ball in. Took a deflection off Drenthe. Raul also set to leave the game, and Guti. But the packed BMO Field stands will have seen well over an hour of Cristiano Ronaldo in action. And he's probably not even playing through all the gears.
No, I mean, it's a pre-season friendly, and for someone like Cristiano Ronaldo, it's all about match fitness, about getting your legs up to speed, getting ready for that first game of the Spanish Championship season.
So Cristiano Ronaldo will be making way. And listen to the reception he gets. A standing ovation from the crowd at BMO Field. Replaced by Arjen Robben. He got a goal on the night. He treated the fans to some silky skills. Cristiano Ronaldo's night over after 62 minutes. And Xabi Alonso coming on. Guti makes way. Xabi Alonso on for his Real Madrid debut after a $46 million move from Liverpool. The other change sees Alvaro Negredo coming into the action, and O'Brien White will replace Ali Gerber for Toronto FC. So Guti, Raul and Ronaldo, the players to leave the game. To see more of Real Madrid, La Liga action all season long on Goal TV. So if you're enjoying the game tonight, if you're a soccer fan, make sure, if you don't have it already, you add Goal TV Canada to your subscription. Contact your service provider. And if you sign up within the next few days, you could win a trip to Spain. Pablo Viti. Arjen Robben wins it back off Sam Cronin. Played wide for Torres. Into Robben. Now rolled through for Karim Benzema. It goes to Torres, and the cross hits Jim Brennan. And behind for a Real Madrid corner. They still hold that 3-goal lead given to them by two players who've now exited the game. Ronaldo with one, Raul with a couple of goals as well, all inside the opening 27 minutes. Esteban Granero will take this. Sends it in towards the back post, and he's looking for Negredo. This is Negredo. Turns Garcia and makes his way to the byline. Benzema! Real Madrid have a fourth goal. They cut through the Toronto FC defence. Negredo's ball found Benzema. The man with a prolific strike rate in Toronto FC.
Nick Garcia gets himself too tight to Negredo there, and Negredo uses all of his strength just to turn Nick Garcia. Brian Edwards comes out to cut down the shot, but Negredo sees Benzema on the edge of the 6-yard box. Great little cutback and a strong side-footed finish from the 21-year-old Frenchman.
Well, let's send it down pitch side. Lee Godfrey.
All right, with Steve Nash, he just signed 3 more years in Phoenix. Can't get him in a Raptors uniform quite yet, but also a fan of the beautiful game. One of the co-owners of the franchise is going to be coming to Vancouver in 2011. Talk about what is going on right now in the latest with the Vancouver franchise.
Just building, preparing. Obviously, we're really proud of the team success we've had there with 2 USL championships the last 3 years. So we feel like we have a great platform to build upon. The fans in Vancouver are fantastic. It's a great soccer community, and we want to really rely on that passion and try to give the best possible product we can for those fantastic fans.
They really are doing well in expanding to that Pacific Northwest, to Portland, to Seattle, and now Vancouver. It is a real hub. How much is that important in the success of Major League Soccer?
I think it's huge. I mean, if you think about it, how many derbies, how many rivalries Vancouver would have, obviously Seattle, Toronto, Portland, and quite possibly Montreal one day. So it's an amazing structure, I think, to promote success and for us to really build and to create a soccer culture, on the West Coast, Pacific Northwest, but also across Canada for sure.
All right, Steve, thanks a lot. Good luck this season. Enjoy the rest of the night. Okay.
Xabi Alonso with a curling ball out wide to the left for Negredo, who set up the goal a few moments ago for Benzema. He plays it to Ian Robin. Skill from Drenthe to try and get past Chad Barrett, who manages to watch the ball out for a goal kick. We talked earlier on in the broadcast with the Major League Soccer Commissioner Don Garber, who was very much looking forward to having Vancouver Whitecaps in 2011. The news he gave us tonight was that despite speculation in the press in recent days, Montreal won't be coming into Major League Soccer in 2011, although he did say they are a front runner for a franchise very soon after that.
Well, I would like to think that it's going to happen, and happen very soon. If not in 2011, then hopefully in 2012. Having spoken with Joey Saputo and read some of the comments that he's made in the press as well, discussions are going very, very well between the Montreal Impact and Major League Soccer, and that would be a huge benefit for soccer in Canada to add a 3rd Major League Soccer team as soon as possible to join Toronto FC and the Vancouver Whitecaps, who are joining in 2011.
You have to feel as well that they would all be successful franchises then in Canada, because we've seen the success of Toronto FC, no doubt with the amount of season tickets that Vancouver Whitecaps have already sold, that they will have success out on the West Coast. And then Montreal, you only have to look at their Champions League quarter-final last season at the Olympic Stadium, where they managed to get 50,000 people in there. There is certainly an appetite for soccer there.
No question, and I think tonight's game as well just underlines the fact that there is a real desire and a passion for the game of soccer in Canada.
Toronto FC with a rare foray forward. Jim Brennan sending it back post, looking for Chad Barrett, but it goes straight off the striker and behind. Benzema has support from Robin on the right. Benzema might want to try and grab a second goal himself though. Negredo loses out, but now it comes back for Real Madrid. Torres, the fullback. Xabi Alonso on his Real Madrid debut into Benzema with a pinpoint pass inside the box. That looked like a penalty for a foul by Gomez. I think the referee has given a goal kick.
Well, that's a good little ball inside for Benzema to chase. And there's contact there. Benzema goes down a little bit easily. The referee deciding to wave that one on. That's twice now that Real Madrid have been denied a penalty. But as I said before in the first half, it's a friendly. You generally don't get calls like that in a friendly.
Well, Cristiano Ronaldo scored from the penalty spot against Juventus already in pre-season in what was a competition that Real Madrid were taking part in, the Peace Cup. They were beaten at the semi-final stage 2-1 by Juventus. Torres, an experienced defender. We'll be hoping to see more playing time this year. And tipped over the bar by Brian Edwards from the strike there by Granero.
Good work from Benzema again, cutting across the 18-yard box. And Granero with a great little strike there. First time, good save from Brian Edwards in goal. He had to get a fingertip on that. I think that would have come off the bar, possibly dipping underneath.
Granero's corner makes it all the way to the back post. Pepe goes backwards. Alonso well off target with the ambitious effort from the edge of the penalty area. There's Xabi Alonso, who earlier this week was getting ready to go on tour with Liverpool to Norway. 24 hours later, he was going through a medical with Real Madrid and now finds himself with them for $46 million transfer fee. Scored 15 goals in 138 games for Liverpool between 2004 and 2009. Here comes another change for Toronto FC. And Gabe Gala is going to come on. The delay is because Chad Barrett is number 19. Wondering if he is actually coming off, but he is. Well, he only came on at half-time, so presumably there's an injury for Chad Barrett. Gives Gabe Gala, the youngster, a chance to come into the game, and he played very well the last chance he got in the previous international friendly of the season against the Argentine side River Plate. It looks as though Danny Dicchio will be coming into the game shortly as well. Inside the final 18 minutes, and Real Madrid with a very comfortable 4-0 lead over Toronto FC. 2 for Raul, 1 for Ronaldo, and then Benzema in the second half. Granero's ball across is cleared away by Jim Brennan, and the first touch for Gabe Gala. Pepe loses out to O'Brien White, and Di Rosario storming through down the right-hand side. Di Rosario gets there ahead of Metzelder. Strokes the ball back for Pablo Viti, whose first touch let him down. And it's Arjen Robben bringing the ball away. $48 million signing from Chelsea back in August 2007. Benzema. Of the box from Negredo, and he's gone down hurt.
It's a great little flick from Negredo. He just senses that Garcia's there, flicks it with the outside of his boot, spins the other way, and takes the ball in the face for his troubles. But wonderful ability, great skill. Amadou Sanyang on the cover. Sanyang is an interesting one. Mo Johnson been talking about him for months now, about what a player he's going to be. He's strong, he's aggressive. He'll sit for that back four and tackle, and that's such an important position in a team. We've seen the influence of Lassana Diarra for Real Madrid, playing in that role that was made famous by Claude Makelele for Chelsea, sitting in front of the back four, mopping things up, never really looking to go forward and score goals, but always being the one to distribute the ball to the more creative, attack-minded players. Sanyang potentially could be that kind of a player for Toronto FC.
Well, Negrado was down getting treatment. Danny Dicchio, the fans' favourite in Toronto, came off the bench to replace Pablo Vitti. Here's the youngster O'Brien White. He goes for the back post, and there's Gabe Gala! The young substitute scores for Toronto FC against Real Madrid in front of the south end of BMO Field. What a moment for Gabe Gala!
Gone down, injured on the play. But the influence of Danny Dicchio cannot be underestimated here. He didn't touch the ball, but he played a big part in this goal for Gabe Gala. The ball comes up, Danny Dicchio shields the defender, O'Brien White picks it up. Very positive play from White. His strike on goal, he does the right thing. He hits it across the keeper. Danny Dicchio there just rolls Metzelder enough so that White can get on the end of it. His shot across the face of goal. Perfectly placed rebound. Gabe Gala, what a moment for him. Scoring against the famous club Real Madrid. 4-1 now to the Spaniards. But that's a minor victory for Toronto FC to get one back in this game.
He hasn't had much of an opportunity in the first team, but on the two occasions he has played now this season, he has certainly made people sit up and take notice.
And there are not many Canadian players who can say they've scored against Real Madrid, friendly or competitive games.
Well, Pepe seems to be okay to carry on. Takes a deflection behind off Amadou Sanyang. It's Negredo's cross into the middle. Had a team high 19 goals last season for Almera in the Spanish top division. Real Madrid paid $9 million to buy him back from a loan spell at Almera. Dicchio with a strong header away in defence from the corner by Granero. 13 minutes left. Real Madrid with a 4-1 lead. Got it through towards Metzelder. It's gone behind for a Real Madrid corner, and Toronto FC managed to do what Seattle Sounders couldn't earlier in the week when Seattle were facing La Liga opposition as well. Quest Field. They went down 4-0 to Barcelona. It doesn't matter in terms of the game. It doesn't matter for league points. But that call for Gabe Gala will mean a heck of a lot.
It's certainly going to make his night, that's for sure.
Metzelder makes the run to the front post. Danny Dicchio heads it behind. Toronto FC's top scorer the first two seasons with 6 goals. He certainly won't be top scorer this year. He's found his minutes limited. But he's always a good addition to have at the back, defending set pieces as well. This time Cronin heads it away. Diarra sends the ball straight back out to Granero. Support from Torres on the right, but he goes inside to Xabi Alonso. Now Robin. Negredo, straight against the face of Nick Garcia. Negredo switching play wide to the right. And Granero. Xabi Alonso. Another change coming up for both sides. Wesley Sneijder will be coming on for Real Madrid, and Marco Velez, the defender for Toronto FC, for the final 11 minutes of play. Garcia controls on his chest, but gives it straight to Robin, who was twisting and turning and wins the corner.
And Nick Garcia quick to hold his hand up there. He knew he made a mistake. He should have just stuck his head on that, cleared the danger. He tried to bring it down on his chest, presenting Robin with the opportunity. Now Toronto FC need to defend this corner.
Granero sends it in, and just took a glance off the head of Metzelder in front of the temporary seating put in behind the goal. The Goal TV bleachers are in BMO Field for this one. Another 800 seats, making this the biggest attendance for a match at BMO Field. There's a change made at the back with Garay coming on. Garay replaces Metzelder. Drenthe coming off as well. There's Emmanuel Gomez for Toronto FC. He's replaced by the Puerto Rican defender Marco Velez.
Gomez will benefit from that experience coming up against a team like Real Madrid at the age of 18. It's so valuable for a defender to play against players of this caliber. And you have to say that Gomez handled himself fairly well. One or two shaky moments, especially on the ball. Nonetheless, a good performance from the youngster.
So Sneijder and Garay both on for Real Madrid in place of Metzelder and Drenthe. Fuad Ibrahim coming on in a few moments for Toronto FC. Here's Gabe Gala, the scorer of the goal for Toronto FC. Amadou Sagnan. Sagnan going for goal. And Jerzy Dudek not troubled. Dudek, the second choice keeper behind Iker Casillas. 36 years old now, Jerzy Dudek. 56 caps for Poland. And here is the change for Toronto FC, with Fuad Ibrahim replacing Jim Brennan.
One of the concerns of Toronto coach Chris Cummins before the game was the amount of games that some of his players have had to play. Jim Brennan amongst those. Played every minute of the recent fixtures. Friendly in the middle of the season is a difficult thing to deal with, but nevertheless, a solid performance today from the TFC skipper. I'd be pleased to be able to watch the last 10 minutes or so of this game from the comfort of the bench.
Well, when Brennan was talking to the media yesterday, he said with a wry smile that he couldn't remember what the score was the last time he played against Cristiano Ronaldo for Canada against Portugal.
I think he'll be pleased that Ronaldo spent most of his time on the other side of the pitch today.
I think it was a similar scoreline to the way this one is at the moment. You can forgive Brennan for having the mind blocked. Here's Garay to Pepe. Granero. Announced 22,089 at BMO Field, a new stadium record. They're watching Robin bring the ball forward for Real Madrid, and Velez clear away towards halfway. Sneijder gets the ball back from Alonso. One of the players who started the game for Real Madrid. Both sides making a number of substitutions in this second half. This is Torres, who, when he came on, played on the right side of defence, but has now switched to left back for the closing stages. Florentino Perez, the president of Real Madrid, in his first term signed the likes of Figo, Beckham, Zidane, Michael Owen and Rubino. Now he's come back and he's brought in the likes of Kaká, Ronaldo, Alonso, Benzema. He certainly lives up to his promises of spending big, and Los Galacticos are back.
He does. It's an interesting structure they have at Madrid. There's no central individual owner of the club. They're owned by the fans. And when the president runs for election, they generally promise the moon and the stars together. But Perez is making a habit of delivering on those promises. And it must be great to be a fan of Real Madrid. Seeing these players come in and joining you, knowing that your chances of winning some more trophies and silverware greatly increase with them playing for you rather than against you.
To make some space in their squad. Antala left to AC Milan. There's a ball played through towards Arjen Robben. Can this be number 5? It is. Real Madrid seal their victory 5 minutes from time. Arjen Robben dancing through to score. And it is 5-1 against Toronto FC.
Velez gets caught ball watching here, and Arjen Robben just uses his pace to get the other side of it. There's not a lot that Velez can do to get himself back in that position. The strength and pace of Robben. His less favored right foot, sliding the ball home, 5-1 Real Madrid.
Robben going into his 3rd season with Real Madrid, 11 goals in 50 games so far. Will head to DC tomorrow, where they will prepare for a game against DC United, also of Major League Soccer, that one at FedEx Field on Sunday, before they return straight after that game to Spain. Arrive back early on Monday. Ibrahim with a challenge to put the ball out of play for a Real Madrid throw. It's 3-0 at half-time, 2 goals for Raul, 1 for Cristiano Ronaldo. Benzema made it 4 in the 66th minute. 10 minutes later, Gabe Gala with the surprise goal for Toronto FC. And then Arjen Robben, just a few moments ago, making it 5-1. Marvel win. Gets past Snyder. Rolls the ball to Dwayne Di Rosario. The white boot to Ibrahim. Gave Gabe Gala far too much to do. And it is behind for a Real Madrid goal. Up for Toronto FC. A week tomorrow they play DC United here at BMO Field in Major League Soccer. And then they head on the road for 3 vital games at Chivas USA, Seattle and Colorado, and having exited the CONCACAF Champions League in Puerto Rico on Tuesday, all attention must now focus on the playoffs, and with this friendly that has been looming on the horizon now out of the way, the Champions League hopes gone, the playoffs have to be 100% what Toronto FC are focused on in these next few weeks. They still have a lot of work to do to make sure they get in.
Yeah, the next game against DC United could go a long way towards proving whether or not Toronto will make the playoffs for the first time in the franchise history. DC, of course, the team directly above Toronto in the standings. And if they really want to make an impression on the playoff race, they need to catapult themselves ahead of DC United, start challenging the likes of Columbus and Chicago for those top 2 spots in the East. Because the Western Conference in Major League Soccer is proving to be much stronger than many people anticipated. The likes of Seattle coming in and having a very good first season in Major League Soccer.
Cummins was talking about this being a learning experience for some of his younger players.
It's been a very busy schedule of late with the CONCACAF Champions League doubleheader against the Puerto Rico Islanders. Players, the coaching staff, I think everyone will be glad to have a bit of a break after this game is finished. And then back to work on Monday, getting prepared for that very important game against DC United.
Let's go pitch side, Andy.
Luke, thank you very much. Kaka joining me. And this is a huge experience for the fans to be able to watch you guys play live. What has the experience been like for you?
Also for us, it's a big experience for me personally because it's my first match with Real Madrid. So I'm very happy for that. Also because I'm playing here in Toronto. I've never been here before. So today is an amazing day for me and I think for the people.
Yeah, the crowd speaks for itself, the noise, and you just mentioned obviously playing for Real Madrid. How excited are you also to be playing with other big names and going from the Italian league to the Spanish league?
Yes, I'm very happy to play with these players, Raúl, Ronaldo, Benzema, and a lot of big players that Real Madrid has in this moment. And we are looking forward to start to play in the Liga, and Real Madrid needs to.
Aujourd'hui, le moniteur, la mort de Arturo Gatti, ex-champion mondial dans 2 catégories de poids. Dans les prochaines minutes, RDS a voulu rendre hommage à ce champion avec quelques moments forts de sa carrière. Et naturellement, à mes côtés, mesdames, messieurs, vous aurez reconnu un de ses bons amis, Yvon Michel. Incroyable comment est-ce qu'on peut être assommé dans notre vie quand on a appris le décès de Arturo Gatti.
C'était incroyable. On était incrédule à ce qui s'est passé et oui, on est obligé de se rendre à l'évidence aujourd'hui. Donc, Arturo Gatti n'est plus de ce monde et ce qu'on va tenter de faire dans les prochaines minutes, c'est de retracer les principaux moments forts de sa carrière et des citations de gens du monde de la boxe qui l'ont aimé, qui l'ont côtoyé, qui l'ont supporté, des citations que lui-même a fait également après ses combats ou sur sa carrière.
25 fois, nous vous l'avons présenté à l'écran de RDS. On sait qu'il a été le darling de HBO. Il a été Monsieur Boardwalk à Atlantic City. Tous ces combats, c'était quasiment un film de suspense comme on a parmi les meilleurs films. En somme, c'était l'histoire de Rocky, mais en réalité.
Effectivement. Il a été champion du monde à 2 reprises, mais c'est pas durant ses règnes qu'il a réellement laissé sa marque en boxe professionnelle. Il était un phénomène, le genre de boxeur qu'on retrouvait dans les années 30, 40 et 50, des boxeurs qui laissaient tout sur le